So, at some point after our initial awakening, we experience secondary awakenings. There are multiple secondary awakenings, much smaller ones. And these awakenings may come in a form of sudden light bulb moments, or they may come in a form of Kensho moments. Now, as we know, satori versus Kensho are the two types of awakenings that we have, right? Satori is normal, spontaneous awakenings without external factors, and then Kensho are painful awakenings, or awakening through pain, or growth through pain. So no matter which kind of awakening you had in the beginning, your initial awakening, your big awakening, no matter which one it was, whether it was satori or Kensho, there will be secondary awakenings as you go along the journey, and these awakenings may come in the form of satori or Kensho moments as well. In this video, we're discussing Kensho moments that we experience along the journey and how to understand them. But before we get into it, I would like to take a moment to say hello and welcome to everyone. If you're new here, I go by the name Inspired Seeker, and on this channel we discuss spirituality, personal development, and narcissism. So if any of that appeals to you, or if you feel called to, then by all means join us, and I promise you will not regret that decision. So as you guys can see, I am taking a drive somewhere, but I will do my best to bear with me. As I mentioned, guys, after we undergo that initial awakening, that initial light bulb moment, we do experience several secondary awakenings. In this message here, we're going to focus on the Kensho moments, how to identify them, how to understand them, and how to navigate them, essentially. Okay, so as we know, the universe does not speak to us in words, right? The universe communicates with us through signs and symbols and synchronicities, right? One thing we have to understand is that the universe is always guiding us. Okay, once we awaken, the universe is always guiding us down the path and making sure we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing to move along the journey. Okay, and one of the ways that the universe does this is by using Kensho moments to steer us in the right direction. If we're veering off or we are slacking, it will use a Kensho moment to tap us and say, hey, get back on track. Okay, so that's essentially all Kensho moments are. Yeah, there may be some pain associated with it. Yeah, there may be some pain involved. This pain often comes as a result of our own stubbornness, okay? Because, as I said, the universe is always guiding us, and it will do its best to guide us in the most easiest way, the most simplest way possible, the most non-painful way possible. But when we become stubborn, or when we get stuck, that we refuse to make certain adjustments that's necessary, that's when the universe will use Kensho moments to steer us down in the right direction. Okay, so as we go along the journey, some of these secondary awakenings can be satori moments, where you have spontaneous light bulb moments that come to give you information, that come to give you some certain realizations. And then there are those that come as Kensho moments, guys. Okay, these are the ones that the universe may cause something to go wrong, or the universe may cause us to lose something or lose someone, or the universe will cause us to experience some form of pain in order to make the adjustment necessary in order to grab the lesson that the universe is trying to give us, or grab the guidance that the universe is trying to send our way. Okay, so let's go a bit deeper, right? There are certain things that we have to let go at different stages of the journey in order to move forward the way we are designed to move forward. Okay, because sometimes some of us tend to hold on to things that have already served their purpose, hold on to individuals that have already served their purpose, hold on to situations and locations, environments that have already served their purpose in our lives. But we have to learn to release these things in order to move forward. Okay, we may be stagnating, and in order to move forward, we may have to release some of these things to make room for new energy to come into our lives. So you will notice that sometimes you will experience a painful moment, whether it's between you and another person, or between you and a particular situation, or between you and a particular environment. Okay, all of this is coming as a way to awaken you to what's really happening, that hey, this thing that you're holding on to, this individual that you're holding on to, this situation that you're holding on to has essentially ran its course, and it's time for you to release it so you can move forward. Okay, in one of our previous videos, I talked about how the universe will show you when it's time to let folks go. Okay, and one of those was that it will become very difficult to deal with that individual. Okay, it will become very, very difficult to where to have a simple conversation with the individual will even be painful on your part. You'll be wasting so much energy trying to get your point across to this individual. Okay, and so these are the types of Kensho moments that I'm speaking of. Okay, the universe has a way of using pain to get our attention. Okay, another one of those examples was that in a particular environment, you become so uncomfortable, right? You become so uncomfortable to the point where you begin to have problems with folks within that environment. These could be your neighbors, these could be your roommates, these could be anybody within that environment. But the point of the matter is, you're beginning to have problems with these folks, and this is sometimes not a fault of their own. This is sometimes the universe's way of showing us that hey, this location or this environment is no longer a vibrational match for you. This environment has essentially ran its course in your life, and it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to release this environment and move on along your journey. Okay, so this is how some of these situations will come. Okay, you may suddenly have a very painful breakup with an individual. Okay, this individual is essentially not designed to be a part of your journey, or they have essentially served their purpose in your life, and their time has come to be released. Their purpose in your life has been served, and it's time for you to release them. And since you're not seeing the signs and the messages that the universe is giving you, the universe may cause this individual to break up with you, but do it in a more painful way. Okay, this is essentially a way for you to wake up to what's really happening, that hey, this individual is no longer a vibrational match for you. This individual is no longer on your frequency. This individual is on a totally different frequency from where you're headed, And so it's time for you to release them. But since you're not releasing them on your own, the universe finds a way to get rid of this individual out of your life by causing a painful breakup. Okay. Now, this, as I said, Kensho moments are not designed to hurt us or harm us in any way. They are essentially teaching moments from the universe. Okay. So we have to learn to see them as teaching moments from the universe. Okay. Now, another way that the universe may use a Kensho moment is a particular location when the universe is trying to get you to move. Okay. All of a sudden you begin to have a lot of problems. Okay. Folks in the neighborhood begin to hate on you, so to speak. Okay. You may get your property stolen. You may get your apartment or your house broken into. You may get your vehicle broken into or vandalized. You may get your vehicle stolen. Okay. You may have problems with some of the folks that you encounter in that neighborhood, some of the people that live in that neighborhood. You may even get to fights or arguments with some of your neighbors. Okay. These are all signs that the universe is using to show you that, hey, this environment is no longer for you. This environment has ran its course. This environment has served its purpose in your life, and now it's time for you to move on. Okay. So these are what Kensho moments look like. Okay. Sometimes we become fixated on certain things that we miss the messages and the signs that the universe is giving us. And once the universe has sent so many signals and so many signs in our direction, and we fail to pick it up or we fail to see it, it will throw in a curveball in the form of a Kensho moment, which is essentially a teaching moment, right? And so it will cause a painful situation. It will cause something to happen in a dramatic way, in a painful way. Okay. And this is the universe's way of steering us, the universe's way of shaking us awake, the universe's way of saying, hey, wake up. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to tell you to move. I'm trying to tell you to make this adjustment, but you are missing the messages. So wake up. Okay. The universe is essentially shaking you awake so you can make the necessary adjustment. Okay. Kensho moments are essentially like those safety areas on the side of the highway, those rough areas on the side of the highway that when you fall asleep and you going off the road, it wakes you up. Okay, those are sort of like what Kensho moments are along the journey. Okay, sometimes we could be going in the wrong direction, and the universe will use a Kensho moment to get us to reset, to get us to make a U-turn, to get us to realign ourselves. Okay, or sometimes we could be ignoring certain messages that are designed for our own good, that are designed for us to move forward, because we may be distracted by what's going on around us. We may be distracted by an individual around us. We may be distracted by something that's happening around us to the point where we miss the message for us to act now, or for us to make a certain particular adjustment. Okay, and this is when the universe will use a Kensho moment. All right, so essentially Kensho moments are teaching moments from the universe. As I said, just like those rough areas on the side of the highway when you falling asleep and you getting off the road, and all of a sudden your tire goes over this rough edge and it goes and wakes you up. These are essentially what Kensho moments are like along the journey. Okay, so if you find yourself going through certain particular bad moments or bad situations along your journey, it's not necessarily that the universe is punishing you or that the universe is making your life painful. Okay, oftentimes there's a message in that situation. Sometimes we fail to see the message that experience came to teach us. Okay, oftentimes there is a message in whatever negative experience, in whatever bad experience that we go through. Okay, we often fail to see this message, and we focus on the pain that we're going through. Okay, yes, Kensho moments are painful. Yes, Kensho moments could be painful, but we have to remember it's designed to grab our attention so we can refocus, so we can reset, so we can see the lesson that the moment or that experience is intended to teach us, the lesson that the moment is intended to bring for us. Okay, so I hope I made it clear enough, guys. If you are experiencing negative situations, if you are experiencing painful situations along your journey, know that there is an underlying message. Okay, this could be a Kensho moment there to deliver you a particular lesson, there to deliver you a particular message. And so look beyond the pain that you're going through at the moment. Okay, look beyond the experience to find the underlying message that the universe is trying to send you. Okay, and as you make the adjustments that's necessary, you will notice that your journey will begin to progress seamlessly. Once you become aligned the right way, your journey begins to progress seamlessly. Okay, I'll do a follow-up video on how to navigate Kensho moments, but for now, I hope I made it clear enough. Take a moment to share your experiences in the comment section so we can help each other out. And if you're new here and you found value in this, then by all means stick around, because there should be another video or playlist popping up somewhere around my head here. Stick around and get more information on the awakening journey, get more information on narcissism. Other than that, I'll leave this here, guys. Until next time, peace, love, and more life.